Hey everybody, I'm back again with another quick video. This one was a request from a really close client of mine. Absolutely love this person. And he said, hey, you really got to show the power of the linked objects within inside of the system and how to use real campaigns for that. So let's make that real simple. Basically, what he is saying to me is that the relationship with inside of the Real Next program is top notch. Each one of these sections, whether it's contacts, properties, companies, projects, spaces, lease comps, and sales comps, are all related fields. So it allows us to do a lot of really cool things. One is maybe we want to prospect in a certain area for properties, and then we want to email those owners, or maybe we want to do the same thing for tenants, or maybe we want to go back to everybody that had a sold property 3, 5, 8 years ago, and we want to email them to let them know that, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, and here's how we help property owners. Here's who I am, here's what we do, and here's how we help tenants and such. And so the relationship is sometimes overlooked when people are emailing how important that relationship to have is. So I'm on a contact record right now in my program, and you'll see a button here that says Real Campaigns. Real Campaigns are awesome. It allows you to email through here directly. It tracks your opens, your clicks, your opt-outs, all the statistics you need to make faster, easier phone calls. And you hear me all the time say faster, easier. And as I continue to go on through my black belt and Six Sigma, I learn about efficiencies all the time. And that's really what I'm trying to teach everybody, is how to be as efficient as possible, get as much work done as quickly as we can, but not necessarily just fast, but good. And this is where this stuff comes in. So one is you can create a whole plethora of templates. Maybe you have your first outreach, second outreach, third outreach, and you can schedule them for the future. Uh, Maybe you want to have something that's property related, or you don't feel comfortable doing your own templates. You can use one of our templates, or we can even create one for you. In my other video called Gone in 60 Seconds, I'll show you how to create an email here in around 60 seconds or under 60 seconds. So let's go back to that relationship portion. So I'm in my property side of the system, and I'm going to simply hit filter. Now, filters is a way that we can narrow down data points. Maybe we want to call all single tenant buildings, or maybe we want to call all CVSs, or maybe we're looking for all Walgreens. Maybe it's Dollar General. Maybe it's multi-tenant. Maybe it's a number of units. Maybe it's a number of square feet. Maybe it's the yard that they have in their industrial building. People love large yards. Maybe it's a certain amperage they have because you have a client that's looking for that particular property. Any of those data fields. Now, again, these data fields can be customized and added by yourself. You can import as much data as you want with inside of our system. We try to make it as easy and effective that you're able to import all that data with inside of the program here. And you can see all the data points that I have in here. Now, you might have things like cap rate and IRR and other data information that I don't have. And that's okay. So a filter is going to allow you to bring up that information. Now you can save these filters. So I have one called Matt's Data, and I simply just click it. So maybe you have a team and you want to have your own region. And if you click this arrow here, you'll see here's your teams. Here's your filters, and you can add as many filters as you want. Now the idea of this is I want to go ahead and I want to email every multifamily owner or retail owner or office owner. I can simply go ahead and I'm going to say, let's go down here and let's pull all office. So here's office in my database. Here are the properties. Now, maybe I want to narrow it down to a geographic location and I want to use some of the radius or polygon on the map. So I'm going to pull it to Las Vegas area. So I added Las Vegas area. We're in here. I reset my filter so it's just office in Las Vegas. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say linked contacts owner. Now, the owner could be a contact or a company depending on how you set your system up. A lot of people tie it to a company. Other people tie it to a contact. There's no wrong way to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it with both. And now what I did is I simply brought up the contacts that own those properties. So I have in here 4,254 properties. Most of mine are tied to an LLC. And then people at the LLC, it's just easy for me to do it that way. It all can also see like buying patterns and such. But I want to email those contacts. Don't worry about the number of records. Now I have those 13 or excuse me, 11 contacts down in here. And you can see here I also started getting their buying criteria. Now, I don't have Pat's buying criteria, but not only was I able to pull up the property owners, now I can see if their buying criteria, and now I can send them an email. Maybe the email is something like, hey, just wanted to let you know that there's a new property for sale in the market, similar to yours. Interested in making an offer? If not, are you interested in evaluation? Whatever your message could be, we can add merge fields. Down in the lower left-hand corner, you can click the three little dots and you can add any data point that you have with inside the contact record and add that to automatically fill with inside that email. Now, in my Gone in 60 Seconds video, you simply hit the source code, those arrows there, and you can paste in HTML. So right here, source code HTML. This will kind of give us a full screen to see what it looks like. Okay. Now, you can also have it from, and you can have it to, reply to. Now, sometimes people want to be able to have it come from Matthew Smith, and some people want to come from Matthew Smith at your company, right? And you can change that within the settings in here, up in the upper right-hand corner. You go to settings, and I'll show you that here in a quick second. So right now it comes from Matthew Smith. If you go in here and you go to settings, administration, user management, there's a little secret here. If I hit this edit button here, and I change this to Matthew Smith dash Realnext Southwest, all my emails will come from Matthew Smith dash Southwest. It's submasked. It looks good. Some people love it. Some people don't. Some people will ignore it from a company. Some people will ignore it from a person. You know your clients better than I do and such. But the idea is the relationship. So I took the properties and I isolated the companies or the contacts. Same thing if I wanted to say linked and I want to say company owner, and now I want to pull up all the companies that own those properties. What the system is doing now is it's building the relationship, bringing it back in, and now I have all the LLCs that own those properties. Now from here, I can say, let me pull up all the contacts, and now I can email the contacts at those LLCs. So again, I can use the real campaigns, and it's super powerful. You can do that off sales comps. You can do that off lease comps. You can do that off spaces. Maybe you have a last and final. I know sometimes people get a lot of slack for doing a last and final and such, but simply hit real campaigns on your project, and now it's going to bring the relationship of all your leads. Maybe you just sold a building and you want to email all the buyers that didn't get a chance to make an offer. Maybe you just leased the building and you want to represent all the tenants that inquired on there that aren't currently being represented. You can see that I took all the leads from my last listing and isolated them into contacts, and now I can email them. Again, you're going to have statistics in here that you're going to be able to go back and you can see who opened it, what your email was, when they opened it, how many times they clicked on it, when did they click on it. All these different things you're going to be able to do with inside of our program to smile, dial quicker, faster, easier than you were before. And you can do things like an initial outreach. You can tie in your project of what it is so it creates a marketing activity report, and you can even voice dictate information. So again, with all this information here at your fingertips, you should be able to use the program faster, easier, and more effective. And I hope this video was extremely helpful. Now, my videos are quick. My videos run through everything that is applied. You can go and you can do it minus 2x. So basically, you'll slow the whole thing down. You can rewind it, or you can simply click Guide Me, and Guide Me will go through a lot of these functionality and steps with you. Thanks, everybody, and I'll continue to add more videos.